Hello, everybody. Welcome to the RSC's featured matchup tonight. Tonight we have a game from the Challenger League, bringing you the Dodo Birds versus the Spartans. I am your host, Kordorf, and I will be casting for you tonight. Now let's look into these teams a little more in depth here. The Spartans are third overall in the league at 29-23, and the Dodo Birds are fourth overall in the league with a 27-25 record. Now, the interesting thing about this is that in the Challenger League, only the top 4 teams make it to the playoffs, and these are your 4th and 5th teams here. So these are some make or break games. Now, going into this game, the Dodo Birds are going to have to win three or more games of this series to guarantee a playoff seed. Now, if they win 4-0 in this series, it keeps them safe no matter what happens. If they win 3-1 in this series, it keeps the Dodo Birds safe because they'll tie the Spartans in overall record. Both of them will be sitting at 31-26, and then the Dodo Birds win the tiebreaker, I believe. But if it drops into 2-2, it puts the Dodo Birds in a dangerous area to where they could either advance or drop depending on how the other teams do. And then 1-4 or in 0-4 in this series almost guarantees that the Dodo Birds do not make it to the playoffs. Now, if we look at the Spartans just need a 2-2 in this series. They just need to tie this series or win, and they're guaranteed a playoff clinch. So it should be interesting to see how these two different teams come in tonight, see how their play styles are different. Now, if we look into the stats of the teams really fast, the interesting thing about the Spartans is that they have 4 wins off of forfeits. So even though they are 29-23 and third in the league, 8 wins off of forfeits, my bad. If they didn't have those 8 wins off of forfeits, their record would actually be 21-23, which is a negative record and would not put them in the top 4. But that, of course, is assuming that those matches were wiped completely. But for all we know, they could have won them or lost them. But that would put them below the Dodo Birds in the ranking and below a lot of other teams in the ranking, putting them probably down to 5th or 6th, I believe. So it should be interesting to see how this match actually plays out, to see if the Spartans really deserve that 3rd spot or if the Dodo Birds are just going to stomp them here. Another interesting thing is that the Spartans, their stats for players and for team aren't as great as they could be because they don't have those 8 extra games to make their stats look better. They have some of the lowest points, shots, goals, assists, everything just because they have 8 less games than the other teams. Now, on the other hand, the Dodo Birds are absolutely destroying it in the stats. While they may only be 4th overall, they're 3rd in goals, shots, and assists, and 4th in saves. They also have 2 of the players, Superfast Moose and Tree Frog, are top 5 in goals, assists, saves, shots, and points. And Tree Frog is number 1 in the entire league, the Challenger League, in shots. Now, this is also another thing I'd like to add is that Superfast Moose was the first pick of the entire draft. And I think he's really come into his own player and really paid off this season, as he does have 33 goals for his team, 20 assists, 100 shots, and 53 saves. Like I said before, he's top 5 in every single stat there is, which is kind of crazy having that much value from a player. But he's not even I wouldn't even say he's the most valuable player on that team. Tree Frog himself comes in at 35 goals, 24 assists, 116 shots, and 39 saves, beating Moose in everything except for the saves category and the shot category. That's another thing I want to bring up. If you look at the shots, their shot percentage, Moose and Tree Frog Moose sitting at a 33%, while Tree Frog sits at a 30% shot percentage, while Sinworth and Tree Bandana on their team sit at 33 and 43% respectively, meaning that their shot percentage is so much higher. So I think what really happens is Moose and Tree Frog just keep pounding that goal with shots, just force one to go in, force the mistakes. Then we look at the Spartans. The Spartans have a 35% shot percentage, with Edge and Intrude sitting above 40% for both of them, Creation sitting at a 35%, and Mozart sitting at a 29%, the only player in this match to go below 30%. Going into this match, players I think we should watch are going to be the Dodo Birds, Superfast Moose, and Tree Frog. They have both been outstanding this season, as I mentioned earlier, and they are the only 2 players in the entire league to have played all 52 matches so far in this season. So I think that's the dynamic duo you're going to look at. They have 44 of the 65 assists for their team. They've got 216 of the 311 shots and 68 of their 103 goals for the Dodo Birds. So I think looking at Moose and Tree Frog will be really interesting this match. And then if you look at the Spartans, Mozart and Creation have both played very well so far into the season also. sitting with 25 goals for Creation, 27 for Mozart. And then the other stats just speak for themselves with 91 shots for Moats, 70 shots for Creation, 19 assists for Creation, 12 for 12 for Moats. So I think what we're going to look at here is the Super Fast Moose and Tree Frog from the Dodo Birds, and then Creation and Moats from the Spartans. Now, before we get into this game, I think what's going to happen tonight, I think Dodo Birds will take this series 3-1, possibly even a 4-0. And I only think that because with the Spartans' 8 forfeit victories, I don't think that they are truly prepared for this matchup against a very, very, very strong team. So I think the Dodo Birds are going to take this one. I think they'll get momentum out of game 1, momentum out of game 2, and then I think the third game, Spartans might take it, but Dodo Birds come back in the fourth and win it. I think it'll be a 3-1 series. But we will have to see what happens, as the Spartans are ranked higher. Now it looks like all the players are joining in right now. Just got all the Spartan players in here, and I think we have all the Dodo Birds here too. Yeah, all the Dodo Birds are here and all the Spartans are here. And I believe the Dodo Birds will be playing all 4 of their players tonight and subbing out probably Sidworth and Tree Bandana some point later in the match. And then as far as the Spartans go, I'm not sure how their rotation works or if they'll be, playing with 3 players or 4 players, but we will see. All right, and the players are loading in. All the Spartans are on the orange side, and all of the Dodo Birds are on the blue. And here comes the countdown as game 1 begins. 0-0 series starting off. All right, Tree Frog with the fast pressure from Dodo Birds. Creation trying to get it clear. Doesn't clear very well. Tree Frog and Tree Bandana are very close. Just sitting in that corner. Spartans pushing the ball out. Looks like it might be a shot on target, but Tree Bandana with the save. Spartans just keeping the pressure up, trying to get a shot on target. And a fast demo there from Moose. Putting the pressure on. Tree Bandana misses. Tree Frog out of position. Looks like the Spartans could capitalize on this as he goes up to the corner. He will center it here. Edge. Oh, misses the center. Moose flying in from across the map there. Hitting that ball. Tree Bandana goes to the clear, but Creation puts the ball directly in the center. Tree Frog, the second touch there. Oh, Edge looks like he might have a shot. Oh, and Moose puts it right in the center. Tree Frog and Tree Bandana miss, but a shot goes high from Moats. Ooh, and another shot hits the crossbar. Tree Frog looking for a fast counterattack. He's got an open goal here. Moats with the save at the last second there. But Moose puts it back in the center. No one there to follow up on it as Creation clears the ball out. Just looks like this game is just a back and forth right now. High pressure, high pressure. Everybody's making sure they're back on their rotation, so no mistakes yet from either team. A Tree Bandana with a fast aerial there. Mozart playing around in the corner. Dangerous when you have Moose there. Oh, and Moose looks like he meant to dodge there, but went for the double jump, and still 0-0 game. Dodo Birds all rotating back. Moose pressure, but Spartans trying to keep their pressure. Edge playing it to the corner. Looks like he might try to center this. Tree Frog misses it. Tree Bandana. Ooh. It's a clear. Tree Frog playing it upfield again. Trying to get that shot to go. Moats with the clear. Tree Bandana shot on target. Creation with a last-second save at the goal line. Moose just got bumped. That means it's a 3-1 attack for the Spartans. Edge going on the offensive, but Moose there to counterattack fast. Tree Bandana staying back, so he knew he didn't have the advantage there. Oh, and Moose puts it across the center to get it out of the dangerous territory, but it decides to bounce right back in. Ball sitting on the Spartan side, and a miss there. Miss there from Creation. Tree Bandana's the last defender. Wins the 50-50 there against Edge. Moose trying to get the ball into the center. Goes over Moats. Oh, and Moose couldn't get the follow-up there. Oh, and Tree Frog puts it on target. And it's a goal from Tree Frog. Took 2 minutes and 37 seconds, but we get the first goal from the Dodo Birds. Tree Frog just putting it on target. Creation just couldn't get the ball to go. He just couldn't get the save. And an unlucky goal there, but a lucky goal for the Dodo Birds. Unlucky save for the Spartans. Sorry, the mouthful there. I had to get that out. Oh, Creation with the miss up high. That's not a... Oh, and Moose coming off the wall for a great hit there. Trying to play it back to his teammate there. Tree Frog gets it. Creation with the clear. Oh, Edge trying to keep the pressure. He might be able to get a ball here centered, but Tree Bandana with a great clear. Looks like Moose was going to try and go for that, but a fast rotation from Mozart means he can't win the challenge. Edge missing a Tree Frog. If he puts this in the center, they could have a goal. He hits the crossbar. It's an unlucky touch. Edge trying to dribble. Beats Moose. Almost beats another, but Tree Bandana quickly recovers there, wins that challenge. Creation. Misses it, but if he lets Edge take it, Edge taking a shot. And a goal from half field coming out of Edge. Just places it perfectly in the bottom left corner where nobody can reach it. Moose was even rotating back, and he just had a missed jump there, I think, or he just misdodged. But it's a 1-1 tied game between the Dodo Birds and the Spartans. You know, this could be the game that's deciding the playoffs. So they're all playing as hard as they can. Oh, it looks like Spartans have the advantage here at the ceiling. Oh, Moose making sure that there's no attack coming out of the Spartans with a demo. Puts them in a 3v2 situation. Looks like a bump there from Tree Bandana too. Tree Frog and Moose having some miscommunication in the corner. Could be dangerous. Let's see what Moose does here. Oh, and Tree Bandana just takes the clear. Puts it down the field. And another great touch. Tree Frog coming in for the pass. Sorry, for the shot. And what a goal. Tree Bandana with a perfect setup right here as he just drops it for Tree Frog to take the shot. And Tree Frog places it right where it needs to be where no defender can get it. And that's the second goal of this game for Tree Frog, making it a 2-1 game with just 60 seconds left. All right, and Tree Bandana wins that kickoff. Very dangerous spot right here. An Edge, not with a great clear. Oh, and Tree Frog trying to capitalize. He wants a third goal. Oh, but a miss there in the corner. Moose putting it back in the center. Mozart trying to capitalize with the counterattack. Moose is trying to chase him down for the demo, but he didn't quite get it there. Just out of reach. Creation putting it in the center. Oh, and a great save from Moose. Like Mozart could have had a goal there if Moose hadn't stepped in for the last second to step between them. Looks like Dodo Birds are trying to keep the pressure up with just 25 seconds left in this game. Creation wants to get that goal. Spartans trying their hardest. They don't want to go down early. Oh, and a nice save from Superfast Moose as Mozart put them in a very dangerous position. There's only 13 seconds left. Edge going for the shot. And a goal to tie the game up 2-2 with just 10 seconds left. Dodo Birds and Spartans. Look at this. All three members of the team there in that passing play just to set Edge up for a nice shot where he puts it past the defenders. You know, he drew the Dodo Birds defender out and forced the pressure where he just got an open net there for an easy shot. Let's see what happened here. 10 seconds left. Both teams not wanting to go into overtime, just wanting to finish the game here. Tree Bandana clearing the field. 0 seconds left on the clock. Ball cannot hit the ground. Tree Frog. All right, overtime in game 1. Dodo Birds Spartans. Tree Frog misses the clear. Edge misses also. Tree Bandana does not miss. He did seem to hit a lot of his aerials today. I don't think I've seen Tree Bandana miss any aerials tonight. And Tree Frog left with an almost open goal. Oh my goodness. What a misplay from the Spartans. Just Mozart getting bumped by Creation. Edge couldn't do anything with his two teammates in the goal there. And Tree Frog just keeping the pressure to get a hat trick this game and make game 1 a 3-2 win. 3-2 win. Well, that is an unlucky performance from a great game where the first goal didn't even come in until 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. To have it end with a teammate bump from miscommunication resulting in that goal is just something that nobody wants to see. And it's really unfortunate it had to happen in overtime where the stakes were so high. But they can only look forward to next game as they can try and improve their chances of getting into the playoffs. But that's the kind of mistakes you can't have happen when you're this late in the season, where every goal counts. Because that game could have been the game that just knocked them out of the playoffs. You know, they have to win 2 games this series, the Spartans, to make sure they advance. And dropping 1 game only gives them 3 games left. With the Dodo Birds only having to win 2 more games to make sure that they advance. Looks like it really turned the tides in that game. But we will see what happens. Tree Frog having an outstanding game there. 3 goals. 3 goals. All for him. Well, hopefully this next game will get a little more action earlier on in the game. Hopefully it'll be just as intense in the last one, but we will see what happens here. 3 seconds. Oh, sorry, I said that a little too soon. Game 2. Starting now between the Dodo Birds and the Spartans. Let's see what happens. 5 minutes on the clock. Moose trying to get the clear out early. Does get the clear out early. Creation trying to pass it to Edge. It looks like Edge missing the pass. Or just rotating back. Oh, and Tree Bandana, like I said, doesn't miss any aerials, it seems. Edge, a little hesitation there. Moose looked like he was pushed up a little far there. Could be a dangerous counterattack. Could be a result of just being a little too far pushed up, but no, it's fine. Tree Frog, as long as he... Sorry, Mozart. Looks like he might try to send the ball to his teammates here. He's up high. Moose on the wall. Just dropping slowly. And Creation with a shot on target, but Tree Bandana is there on defense to make sure nothing goes in. Tree Bandana puts it past the defender. And Mozart, last defender. Moose putting it in the center, but Edge has an easy clear. Tree Frog trying to play it upfield. Gets a little bump to the side. Creation misses the air, but Tree Frog takes it. Mozart takes it down the side. It looks like it's a 1v1 situation here with him and Tree. And Tree with a nice clear. Edge is up. Edge misses it. But Creation doesn't. Creation puts it on target. Oh, and another hit. Crossbar from Creation. Mozart does not put it on target there either. Moose wants to get it out of their half. Spartans have had some great pressure here this game. They've really come out with the new energy compared to what happened in game 1. They don't want that to happen again. Moose with a demo on Mozart, taking him out of the equation. Tree Bandana, Tree Frog almost had some bad miscommunication there. Could have resulted in a goal, but luckily for them, did not happen. Creation keeping the pressure up for the Spartans. Doesn't quite get this aerial, but Tree Frog taking it to the side. Takes it down the corner. This is what's happening this entire game. Spartans have been keeping the pressure up, and then you just see the Dodo Birds taking the ball up the side of the field and then trying to get the center in for the goal. And right here, the ball placed directly in the center. And once again, the first goal of the game scored from an accidental own goal by the Spartans. I mean, Tree Bandana really put them in a dangerous position here, but then it just ends with Creation's touch slowly rolling into the goal. But once again, the Dodo Birds just taking their opportunities, forcing the mistakes out of the Spartans. I know I say that a lot, but I think it's really true in this example here, where you had to force the creation to touch that ball and force them to be out of their rotation in the first place, and then resulting in like a great pass from Creation to Edge. Oh, and Moose gets the easy clear here. All 3 of Spartans kind of close together there. Looks like they might have been a little miscommunication. Tree Bandana with a shot. Creation with the save. Looks like he's going up for it. Tree Frog gets the aerial as Creation flies by. Super fast Moose could be going for the shot. Goes for the pass. He's going up high. Motes misses it, but Creation with the clear. And Tree Bandana with the demo. The Dodo Birds have really been using their demos this game, just trying to push the advantage when it's been a 2v3 scenario. I mean, it's worked so far. But I think, with all the demos they're using, they should be capitalizing more on those situations. As those demos come out and then you don't see a fast counterattack or a passing play, you just see them, dig their heels in deeper and go deeper on defense. But if it's working for them, I guess I can't say much. Tree Bandana with the win there. Still on the Spartan side. Creation with the clear. And Moose just stops it, takes a second touch for himself. Also got one defender to beat. And Ed just pops it up. Tree Bandana plays a ball. Mozart takes it. Looks like he's going to go for a center here. And Tree Frog just takes it out of there, clears it out of the corner. Moose, last defender. Win there. Tree Frog taking the ball up the side. Just a fast clear from the Spartans. And it's the 1 goal with the 90 seconds left. Moose with that, what I want to say is a fake there, with Tree Bandana following up. Tree Frog taking the ball up the side. Moose going for the aerial. Could be a goal here. As he hits the ball. And another goal just going in off of the Spartans. A great shot from a great placement from Tree Frog, putting the ball on target and just forcing the mistakes from the Spartans. A miss from Creation, but that was Moose applying the pressure. Moose hadn't applied the pressure there. I think Creation or Motes would have easily just saved it, but they were worried Moose was going to put that in the upper 90, put that on target. But what happened was just Spartans thinking too much about the play and just resulting in a mistake there from Creation and Moats, putting them down 2-0 in this game. Spartans really need to wake up, or their chances at reaching the playoffs might be waved goodbye. It looked like Edge there was going for the demo, but Moose skillfully dodges the demo while making the save. I know I've been put in situations like that where the demo is definitely more important there than the shot. So if you force that defensive player to get flustered and jump, or just get the demo there, it's an easy goal. Motar putting the shot on target, but Tree Bandana plays it to the side. Creation overextending too much. Moose beating the other defender, but Mozart coming back in for the fast hit. Edge with a great bump there, taking Tree Frog out of position, but Tree Bandana just goes the ball anyway. And Tree Bandana missing the ball, but Moose trying to follow it up. Oh, it looks a little overextension here from the Dodo Birds as Mozart can't quite get the ball into the center like he wanted to, but it's still there. Edge just misses it. It's a great clear for Moose down the field. He takes it up the side. Looks like he'll be going for a center. Ball in the center of the field. And a clear from Mozart with 7 seconds left. Spartans trying their best to get a goal in the last 5 seconds. But it doesn't seem like it's going to happen here as the first game comes to an end with a 2-0. 2-0 in the game and 2-0 in the series. This will be interesting. For the Spartans to make sure they make the playoffs, they have to win both of their next 2 games. If they don't win their next 2 games, they still have a chance if they win 1-3. Or sorry,
actually, breaking news. The Snacks went 2-2, so the Spartans are guaranteed.
Spartans are guaranteed? Okay.
Yeah, the Snacks cannot pass them now. The next 2 games are basically a battle for seeding of 3rd and 4th.
Okay. So Snacks are 28 and
yeah,
28 and whatever. Can't think of what it would be. Okay, so I think that'd be 28 and 28, something like that.
Yeah, 28 and 28.
Either way, Spartans are guaranteed. Now they don't have to worry about their playoff spot. I'm sure they're very relieved they haven't been having a great showing tonight. But the Dodo Birds still pulling ahead. I think that they just clinched their spot too, right?
They're both in. Now. It's just it's a fight for 3rd and 4th now.
Got it. So if the Dodo Birds win their next game, they will secure the 3rd seed, and the Spartans will take the 4th seed. And if the Spartans win their next 2 games, then they keep the 3rd seed, and the Dodo Birds get the 4th seed. So like Art was saying, these teams are both in the playoffs. You'll see them, I believe it's next week in the playoffs, but now they're just fighting for seeding.
Yeah, it'll be the playoffs, the semifinals, and finals will be on Monday.
Yeah. And before this matchup started, the number 1 team in the Challenger division was 40-12, so I don't think any team wants to see them in the playoffs, or at least not until the finals. So, all right, as we jump into this game, a shot from Moose, but Edge with a nice save. And Moose with a great touch there. Tree Banana trying to capitalize, but a clear from Edge. And Tree Frog playing a pass back to Moose. Moose passed it back to the center. Maybe he'll go for the shot here. Puts it across the center, but it was a pinch, so it didn't have a great chance of going in. It's a great pressure here from the Dodo Birds. But a quick counterattack from Edge puts the ball on target and a fast goal. That's the first time we've seen the Spartans lead the entire series. Look at this. Just beats 2 defenders with 1 move and just takes his time, making sure he puts the ball directly in the back of the net. What a great shot from Edge. What a great counterattack. And I know behind him, you saw Creation and Mozart have a little bit of a mix-up, bumping into each other, but Edge wasn't phased. Edge just took the ball straight in the back of the net. Edge going for a 2nd goal here, but Moose with the save. Oh, Creation went a little high for that. Moats also gets the ball in the center. Tree Frog with a great clear. Looks like he's going for his 2nd touch here. See if he puts it on target. Oh, Creation taking the 2nd touch for himself. Tree Bandana puts it up. Edge looks like he might be stalling out here. And Moose, I think Moose got a little faked out there by Edge, thinking he was going to take the clear. And now it's a 1v1 situation. No. Tree Bandana with a quick clear. Tree Frog passing it straight back to the other tree on the team. Moose going in for the pass here. Oh, and he plays directly in the center. Creation misses it. Nobody's there to follow up, but you can't really blame them. When you have 3 defenders back like that, it's probably safer to stay back yourself and not risk getting the counterattack. Moose with the win there. Oh, and you have Tree Frog not out of position, sorry. Overextended there. Moose coming in for the save, but Tree Bandana has a nice clear. Moose trying to counterattack. Looks like it's going to hit the post here. Moose couldn't quite capitalize. And another post hit. They just hit the post twice on one play. Just unlucky there. You know, Tree Frog going in for the second shot, and Moose wasn't sure what was happening. And just gets bumped by Tree Frog and just results in a shot going high. But they're still keeping the pressure up, trying to get the goal back. They want to make sure that they get that third seed. They don't want to play the number one team in this playoff series. Tree Frog doesn't quite get it on target. Tree Bandana trying to put the ball into the center for a pass here. Moose going for the shot anyway. They just keep hitting the same spot on the wall. Edge trying to get the counter attack. Can't quite get it as Tree Frog stops him. Oh, Moose puts the shot on target. And once again, Moose's first goal of the series, but once again, you just put that ball on target, and you know the Spartans just couldn't quite make the save and just tap it in. I think the majority of the goals this series have been, majority of the Dodo Birds goals this series have been shots on target, and then the Spartans just can't quite make the save and tap it in for them. But now it's a 1-1 game, tied series. Tied game, not tied series. Tree Bandana misses. Creation. And Moose just clears it quickly. But Edge wanted to get a second goal this game, and it just hits the crossbar. Unaffected by anything. All 6 players in that little mashup there. Moose going for the shot. Edge can't get back in time, and Moose just puts it up. 2-1 game. Getting the Dodo Birds the lead back, wanting to be that third seed. What a great recovery there. He hits the wall, instantly turns around, takes the shot. Faster than you can say. RSC, Rocket Soccer Confederation, boys and girls. All right, Dodo Birds keeping the pressure up. They want to get this win. Tree Bandana with the miss. Tree Frog blast defender here. Mozart trying to get the pass to the center, but Tree Frog doesn't want to happen. Takes it down the side. Beats his second defender. Tree Bandana pushing up the ball. Oh, and now it's down to Moose and Tree Frog here. Moose misses it, but Tree Frog going for the clear. Mozart that hits the ceiling, could go in. Tree Bandana trying to... Oh my, Tree Bandana with the last second save there on the goal line. Edge trying to get the shot, but he hits the post again. Tree Bandana with the demo on creation, making it a 3v2 game right now. Edge going for a shot. High aerial. Tree Frog with the stop. Oh, and missed there from Tree Bandana. Tree Frog clearing it. It seems like the momentum shifted here from the Dodo Bird applying all the pressure straight to the Spartans, just keeping the pressure up. Mozart. Tree Frog. Now the Dodo Birds applying pressure. The mistake there from creation, but a save from Edge. Edge has really been playing fantastic this series with a lot of goals. Can't quite tell you how many. I think he's had 2 goals in the last 2 games, and just a great play on defense there, making sure that the Spartans aren't, falling to easy shots. Oh, and Moose shaking up the side. Could be a center to his teammates here. Not quite. His Edge takes it down the side for himself. He's got 1 defender to beat. Goes on the side wall. Tries to get a pass to the center. Tree Bandana shuts him down. Says, no siree. We don't like that here. Tree Bandana with another save there and clears it to the side. Edge keeping the pressure up for the Spartans. Moose just taps it up out of the way of creation. Tree Frog clears it down to Moose. Let's see what Moose does here. Takes it towards the center. A demo from Moose, but Edge straight back here. Tree Frog there. Moose going in for it, just quite missed it. 1 guy back on defense for the Dodo Birds. Creation, trying to take it up the side. But 0 seconds. If they get this goal, it's tied. Tree Frog just plays it downfield. So they're going to go for the goal, let it drop. They just let it drop as the Dodo Birds take game 3. 3-0 in this series so far, securing them the number 3 spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, so now game 4 is basically just to pad your stats for the final season awards.
Exactly. Well, there are 2 players on the Dodo Birds, Superfast Moose and Tree Frog, that are sitting in the top 5 in goals, assists, shots, and points. And Moose is also in the top 5 in saves, while Tree Frog is not.
So this could have an effect on the final awards at the end of the season for top scorer.
Exactly. And yeah, Tree Frog is number 1 in shots too, so he's got to make sure to get those shots going. He had 0 this game, but I know he had at least 4 in the first game. Oh, sorry, he had 1 this game. He had 4 in the first game where he had 3 goals, so he's still getting his shots off. Moose having 5 this game, really, really, really wants to pad his stats with 2 goals, 5 shots after, I think this is his first game where he scored. But yeah, they're just going to, pad their stats for the end of the season awards. They don't really need to worry about this game. They could just sit back and relax and not worried about it at all. They've already secured their spot. But that's not going to happen. They're playing Rocket League. They love to play Rocket League, so they're going to give us a
They
game.
want the 4-0. That's a nice little
that's
feather in the
rights,
hat. Yeah, it's bragging rights.
Yeah, I know Sinworth and Superfast Moose talk to Mozart all the time, so I don't think they're not gonna let them live it down when they see him in the Discord channel. Just be like, hey, Moach, remember that time we 4-0'd your team? All right, Creation going up for the shot here. It's Tree Bandana has it clear. Edge putting it back on the Dodo Bird side, but Tree Frog puts it in a dangerous position. Moose with the save there from Mozart. Edge trying to get the goal. Oh, and a mistake there. Tree Bandana just capitalizes on a quick mistake from the Spartans. Tree Bandana has done a great job this series, just capitalizing on mistakes. Just forcing goals in when there's shouldn't be an opportunity, and then somebody just misses or taps the ball the wrong way, and he's already there to capitalize on it. You can't make mistakes around him. All right, now fast kickoff there from the Dodo Birds. It's shot on target from Bandana, hits the crossbar. He comes back in, scores it. 2 fast goals from Tree Bandana. Not somebody I was expecting that from, as he was the lowest goal scorer on the Dodo Birds team, but 2 fast goals there. And I think he's had a few more this series. I think a total of 4 or so. He's playing great so far. Tree Frog's trying to get some stats himself, sitting at 0 points. Moose trying to take on the team, beats 1 defender up the side. Edge and Creation both going for that. Works out in their favor though, as it does go down the field, but Tree Frog clears it straight to Mozart. Plays it to the side. Tree Bandana going for his 3rd goal here. Played straight back to the center. Tree Frog putting it off target, but Moose is there to finish the goal. 3-0. Only 1 minute into the game. I mean, I feel like the atmosphere of this game is just completely different. I feel like you've just kind of gone into a game where the Spartans don't care anymore, and the Dodo Birds are feeling ecstatic that they've secured that number 3 seed. I mean, you see the savage coming out of the Superfast Moose there in chat. The Spartans just aren't playing like they used to. A great save though from Mozart, keeping his head in the game there. And Edge also still trying to fight in this game. Oh, unlucky touch there. Tree Frog trying to get another goal here. Can't quite get it. Keeping the pressure up though. Dodo Birds are doing great when it comes to the pressure. Oh, and Moose bumping Tree Frog. Looks like there might be a little bit of inter-team rivalry there, as they both want to be on the top of the leaderboard when it comes to stats at the end of this game. So that demo on Moose could have resulted in something dangerous, but not quite. He just respawns, take the clear. A mistake there from Creation. Puts the ball directly in the center. And Moose trying to get it back in the center once again. No one in the corner. Moach cleared it downfield. And Tree Frog there with a quick turnaround. Plays it directly to the center and a clear from 3 edge. Sorry, just edge. 3 kind of threw me off there. Moose trying to get the ball in the center of the field. There it is, set up. Tree Frog couldn't beat Creation to the ball. Mozart misses it off the corner. Edge taking Creation's hit there. And Tree Bandana dropping it straight there for Superfast Moose, but he just drops directly over the ball. Creation trying to turn the tides. Can't quite get it. Tree Frog going for a goal here. And another goal for Tree Frog. All of the Dodo Birds have been doing fantastic this series. They've all got at least 1 goal this game. They've all got at least 1 shot. And a solo goal there from Tree Frog. Just once again buffing his stats there. Getting more shots. Trying to stay number 1 in the league in shots. Getting more goals. He's trying to stay ahead of Moose. And as far as assists go, I don't think any of the Dodo Birds are really worried about that right now. Oh, Tree Bandana going for a shot, just misses it. Tree Bandana, though, been doing fantastic this series. 2 goals this game. Had plenty of goals in the first game. Sorry, in the second game. Tree Frog had 3 in the first game. Oh, Edge with a nice... Oh, Creation just bumping Edge away from his own ball there. Mozart trying to get the shot on target. And the bump there. Moose still wins it. Tree Bandana takes it. Oh, you got all 3 Dodo birds pushed up there, and Mozart's just going to capitalize here, maybe. Oh, he couldn't quite get it. Oh, and Mozart just puts it in the center off a great pass from the edge. And just trying to save the ball there, Tree Frog, and he just taps it in for him. Maybe he was feeling bad for beating up on him so hard this game, but there could still be time for a comeback for the Spartans. There still is time for a comeback from the Spartans, as they're only down by 3 goals. And Mozart trying to prove his point as he gets a fast goal here off the kickoff. And now only down by 2 with minute 36 left, Moch just wanted to make sure that the Dodo Birds realize that they're still in this game. And another assist there from Edge. He gets his 2nd assist of the game as Moch gets his 2nd goal of the game. First time was funny coming out of Moose. He doesn't feel so great about those 2 goals. Oh, Creation trying to hit it off the wall just like Mozart did, but Tree Bandana puts a shot on target, hits the crossbar, and it's a goal. Assist from super fast Moose there. I think it's a hat trick there from Tree Bandana too. Just fast goals. I mean, this is such a different atmosphere from the first game. The first game, you didn't have a goal till halfway through the game. Even then, it was just like slow play, trying to feel each other team out. And then now it's just like 7 goals in, still a minute and 20 left. They're just kind of not keeping people back on defense, just trying to keep the pressure up, trying to get all those points for themselves. And the ball is put directly in front of the goal and just pops up. See what Creation does here. Creation playing a pass. Sadly, his team's not there. Mozart gonna get this clear. Takes the dribble. He just catches it. Oh, and I think he got a bump there from Tree Frog. Put him a little off target, but he's putting the ball directly back in the center. And a clear from Tree Bandana. Tree Frog clearing it down here. They need to score. Spartans need to score 3 goals in the last 45 seconds to put us in overtime. And Tree Frog just stuffs in the back net. That was a great pass from super fast Moose too. If you look at this, Tree Frog passes it to Moose. Moose plays it just where it needs to be, and Frog, easy shot to the back of the net, making this game 6-2. Moose has 2 assists this game. I think that's the most we've seen out of the Dodo Birds this entire series. Tree Bandana with the hat trick. Tree Frog got 2 goals. Moose sitting at 1 goal. Oh, and Creation had an open net there. I think he dodged the wrong way or wasn't expecting the ball to drop directly in front of him. Oh, Tree Frog trying to get a hat trick here. He wants his 3rd goal. Drops right in front. Moose going for it. And a clear from Mozart keeps him safe. Oh, and Tree Bandana with a quick turn. Going. Oh, and the ball's still directly in front of the goal. Tree Frog can't quite get it to go. Moose trying to get the ball to go on target too. 15 seconds left. See what happens here in the last little bit of time. Tree Frog puts it on target. Creation with a save. Now Tree Bandana trying to get a goal. There's 5 seconds left. They just want to make their stats look better. Oh, and Moats, did he put it on target? Moats ending the game with a bang there as Edge gets his 3rd assist in the game. Moats gets a hat trick this game. Still not enough to win as it's a 6-3 loss. Sorry, 6-3 win for the Dodo Birds, 6-3 loss for the Spartans. But it did end with a little celebration, yay, and a happy birthday. So I can't really be that upset after that one.
And the Spartans were able to, add a few to their stats as well.
Yeah, exactly. Spartans get their stats. Spartans still make the playoffs, They'll hopefully they see each other later on in the playoffs. If the Spartans beat the number 1 seed and the Dodo Birds beat the number 2 seed, they could possibly see each other in the finals for a rematch.
It could be a rematch, yeah. Next Monday will be the Zombies versus the Spartans, and then the Dust Devils versus the Dodo Birds. Those will be the semifinals matches.
All right, and quite a game we've seen from these 2 teams. I did say I expected a 4-0 or a 3-1 coming out of the Dodo Birds, but I think they definitely showed that they deserve it. They deserve that number 3 spot. I think the 8 forfeit games from the Spartans really affected them too much. I think they needed to go those games to get their practice in maybe, or they just needed to prove to themselves they were able to do this. But in the end, the Dodo Birds come out winning the series 4-0, a clean sweep for them, and a nice way to go into the playoffs starting on Monday.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting stream. I hope everyone tunes in for the Monday's night's playoff finals for Challenger. I'd like to thank Kordorf again for casting. It always does a great job. We have a few links below our stream. You can check out our YouTube channel, the playlist for previous matches, and we also have a link to our website. You can check the standings and stats for all our leagues, Premier, Elite, Major, Minor, and Challenger. Also have a link to a Discord for any new viewers. We'll probably be sending out signups for Season 3 in the next week and a half. Let's keep an eye out for that. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and good night.